Hello there, Miss Shibley here with our skills lesson for today, and today we are going to be focusing on pronouns. Our I can, or what I will learn today are, I can use personal pronouns he, she, it, we, they, I, and you in written sentences. I can read the frog jumping contest with purpose and understanding, and I can answer written short answer questions about the story, the frog jumping contest. So let's review our pronouns. The pronouns that we know are he, she, it, we, they, I, and you. Okay, so let's use the first part of those words. He, she, it, we, and they. We are going to use those pronouns to replace words in the sentences that we have here. So our first one, we're going to look at the words Roger and Jack. But let's read the whole sentence first. Roger and Jack went to the zoo. So what could we replace Roger and Jack with? He, she, it, we, or they? What do you think? They. We would replace Roger and Jack with they. So they went to the zoo. Great job. Number 2, Kate ran home. Maybe he, she, it, we, or they. What could we replace Kate with? We can replace it with she. Mom and Dad went to dinner. It'd be he, she, it, we, or they that we can replace Mom and Dad with. You're right. We can say they because it was both Mom and Dad. We don't have to say he and she went to dinner. We could say they. The snake slithered by. We're going to replace the word the snake. Would it be he, she, it, we, or they? Right, it. Okay, number 5. Tom jumped up and down. Would it be he, she, it, we, or they that we could put in place of Tom? What pronoun can we pick? He. Great job. Okay, number 6. Sam and I had milk with lunch. What could we replace Sam and I with? We could say we had milk with lunch. Great job. Okay, number 7. The rabbit ate a carrot. And we're going to replace the rabbit with a pronoun. You're right, it. It ate a carrot. Okay, number 8. Dad and I went to a game. And we're going to replace Dad and I. Awesome. We went to a game. That would be the perfect pronoun to replace Dad and I. Okay, now we're going to move on to our next part, and our next part has you and I. And this time we have a blank spot, so we're not going to replace any words, but we're going to put the correct pronoun on the line. So Reese asked her mom, can blank have a snack? So what do you think would fit better there? Reese asked her mom, can I have a snack? Great. Okay, number 2. Mom said, yes, Reese, can blank have a snack? Oh, I think the can and you are mixed up, but it should say, Mom said, yes, Reese, you can have a snack. Okay, number 3. Bill asked Fred, do blank have a pen? You. Great job. Bill asked Fred, do you have a pen? Number 4. Fred said, yes, blank have a pen. What could we fill in the blank with? I or you? Fred said, yes, I have a pen. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Caesar said, will blank play football with me? What do you think could go on the line? Caesar said, will you play football with me? Number 6, his friend said, no, blank have homework. What would fit there? Awesome. His friend said, no, I have homework. Okay, number 7, Caesar said, okay, blank will play by myself. Caesar said, okay, I will play by myself. And number 8, his friend said, I will play with blank tomorrow. His friend said, I will play with you tomorrow. Great job practicing your pronouns. And it's our story time. Our story for today is called The Frog Jumping Contest. And frogs are amphibians or animals that can live on both land and water. Frogs are great jumpers. Let's preview some of our spelling before we begin. We have the ng sound made by ng, like fingers, longer. Then we have the s sound made by c, so face and race. Our double consonants, which means that the consonants there's 2 of them together that work together. So we have hopper, winner. We have oi, like oi, point, and hoist. Then we have 2-syllable words, contest and target. And our vocabulary for today are contest, which is an event where individuals or teams compete in. An example of that is Javon won the 5th grade spelling contest. And we have our word hoist, which means to raise up into the air. An example of that is we watched the principal hoist a flag up in front of the school. And then our saying or phrase for today is on target, which means correct or accurate, going in the right direction. An example of that is the coach said my throw to the first base was right on target. Okay, ready to begin our story? Me too. The frog jump contest. There is a frog jumping contest at the park this week too. Did you get a frog for the contest? Ken asks. Grace nods. She sticks her hand in her bag and grabs her frog. The frog sits on her fingers. Cool, Ken says. What's his name? It's a she, says Grace. Her name is Hopper. I got one too, says Ken. His name is Legs. Legs has longer legs than Hopper. And we can look at the picture to see what their frogs look like. Oh, Legs is green and Hopper is brown. And look, he's sitting right in her hand. And then we can see legs because of the way that Ken is holding him. Grace and Ken take their frogs to the starting line. They set the frogs down. The starter shouts, on your mark, get set, hop! Jump, Ken yells. Jump! Legs hops off. Hopper jumps too, but she jumps off to the side. No, Hopper, Grace yells. She runs and grabs her frog. Then she sets her down with her face pointing at the finish line. Hopper hops off. This time she is lined up and on target. Ken and Grace chase their frogs down the track. The frogs are fast. It is a close race. And we can see what it means that she hopped off towards the side. And there's another frog in the race too, but we don't know his name or her name. The 2 frogs cross the finish line at the same time. Did Legs win? Ken asks. Did Hopper win? Grace asks. We have 2 winners, says the man at the finish line. Hopper and Legs cross the line at the same time. They will share the prize. The man hands Grace and Ken a cup for their prize. Grace plops Hopper in the cup. Ken adds Legs. Then they hoist the cup up and shout, "Here's to the champs!" And we can see what the word hoist means because they are holding the cup up in the air with both frogs in it. Okay, here's our discussion questions for today. Number 1, what is the name of Grace's frog? What is the name of Ken's frog? Grace's frog's name is Hopper, and Ken's frog's name is Legs. Number 2, which frog wins the contest and why? Both frogs win because they cross the finish line at the same time. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second and give you a chance to take out your skills book. You need to turn to page 20.2, and down at the bottom it has the number 87. Make sure you have your pencil sharpened. Okay, ready? Write your name and the date at the top of your paper. Okay, and it is May 27th, 2020. And you're going to write your name, not mine. That would be silly. Okay, ready? Make sure your paper says the frog jumping contest at the top. Number 1, what are the names of Grace's and Ken's frogs? So we're going to rephrase the question. So Grace's frog's name is blank, and Ken's frog's name is blank. And if you don't remember, you could scroll back and look, and it is on page 58 in our story. Remember, Grace's frog's name was Hopper, and Ken's frog's name is Legs. And remember, you could pause if you need more time to copy down the answer and to finish filling it in. Number 2, what happened to Hopper at the start of the race? Let's rephrase the question or turn it around. At the start of the race, Hopper jumps. Do you remember Hopper jumped? You're right. So at the start of the race, Hopper jumps off to the side. Don't forget to end with a period at the end. And that answer was on page 60. Number 3, which frog wins the race? Hopper and Legs share the prize because... Do you remember why they share their prize? Hopper and Legs share the prize because they crossed the finish line at the same time. And the answer to that is page 6.